That's enough, is it? There we go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel. It is the Prem Predictions Show, week 21. Yes, week 21. A lot of games to look forward to, including Liverpool versus Chelsea and Arsenal against Manchester United. These are the big games to talk about. And also, we will be talking about the latest transfer news because there has been a lot of transfer action as well. There is also a wee poll in the chat as well. Literally just a question basically about Todd Bowley's spending at Chelsea. Yes, absolutely. Is it yeah, Todd Bowley has spent 503 million in the last 6 months at Chelsea. What do you think of this? Is it great? Is it over the top? Or is it not good for Chelsea financially? Let me know in the chat as well. We are waiting on Mr. John Moore. He is on his way. He is on his way. But while we're waiting for John, I will get up to speed with how things went last week because, of course, I did take on Mr. Bernard Deneen. At this moment in time, it is 10 points to me and 7 points to Bernard. Now, the only way, well, actually, there's not really a way. I'm actually going to win this week because basically, if Bernard gets a perfect score for Manchester City Tottenham, I predicted the same as him. Anyway, but here he is. Here he is. My guest for this evening. It is the cheating bastard himself, Mr. John Moore. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Big on me, big on. Thank you very much for having me on. Apologies for the lateness. Apologies.
Nah, do not worry about that, mate. Do not worry about that. And tell the people where they can find you, first of all.
Yeah, you can find me on Glasgow Red TV, YouTube, on Twitter, or pretty much every other channel you can find. I'm on everyone's channel. Somehow I'm about everyone's channel, so you'll find me somewhere.
Yeah, you will definitely find John everywhere. Yeah, you certainly will. And yes, we will be speaking about other signings that have come into as well. But as I was saying, I have beaten Bernard this last week because literally we have predicted the same score for Manchester City Tottenham. We have predicted 3-1. So basically, I would move on to 13 points. He would move on to 10. So I have beaten him again. But I will get up to speed when obviously all the games are obviously finished. And also we will speak about last night's game as well between Crystal Palace and Manchester United when we do get it. And as I said, if you have joined the chat very late, there is a poll going in the poll. Basically, it is Todd Bowley has spent 503 million in the last 6 months at Chelsea. What do you think of this? Is it great, over the top, or not good for Chelsea financially? Yeah, well, definitely. And also, there are my socials going across the bottom of your screen. This is where you can find us. You can find us on YouTube as at the Dugout Football Channel. You can also find me on Instagram at Douglas.Horn. You can also find me on Twitter at Ernrod_1992. I'm always there. As well. Let's say a good evening to everybody. Hello, Endsman. Hope you're good. Good evening, Shane. Hope you are well. Lucas in, fantastic signing. Yes, we will speak about Arsenal. We will get to Arsenal. We'll get to Brighton as well. Absolutely agree with that. Just Premier League proven. Do shut me up. Need at least 2 more signings. Did the DM and the striker. And Mr. John Conway. Big up John Conway as well. So, as I said, these are the games going across the bottom of your screen as well. Well, there's only one place to start. It is 12:30 on Saturday lunchtime. It is Liverpool against Chelsea. Now, if you had said this to me sort of last week, it would be underperforming team against underperforming team. Now, you would probably say again, this week, it's still underperforming team as underperforming team, because both of these have not been great. How do you see it going, John? I mean, the win against Wolves will have given us a little bit of confidence. I would have to say that. Chelsea are ever so spending money at the moment. Madiuki is coming in now, potentially. And obviously they've got Mudryk potentially available as well. So, yeah, how do you see this one going on Saturday? Not going to be an easy game at all.
No, it's not. Playing Chelsea, it's never an easy game. Look at last season. They're all tough games. They're all very tight games. I see the game going the exact same. I think form on this. it's one of those kind of games that where form goes out the window.
Yeah.
So both teams raise to the occasion. So it's more or less who wants it on the day. For me, it comes down to both teams' midfields. Who has the better midfield? What midfield plays better? And can we press like we did against Wolves? Our press was on against Wolves. Can we keep that up against Chelsea? That is the big question for me.
Yeah. Would you keep the same? Would you keep the same midfield at that started at Wolves? Because for me, I would definitely start. I think you would keep the same midfield, or maybe start one of Basatic or Keita. I think we just need a little bit more strength in the midfield for sure.
I would like to see Basatic play, mate. So
yeah,
I think he deserves this game. He was excellent the other night. And let's be honest, mate, Fabinho hasn't been great all season, has he?
No, he hasn't.
I don't see what harm it would do to start this kid. The only thing I would ask is it too big of a game to throw him in for? Because
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure, to be honest with you.
I know he played the Man City game, Doug, didn't he? He didn't do great against City.
No, he didn't. It's one of those where I'm thinking, do you risk it? Now, Chelsea, for some reason, Conte is available for some reason. Whenever it comes to Liverpool Chelsea, he always seems to be fit against Liverpool. Always seems to be the way. I mean, last week we'll obviously speak about Brighton, Liverpool. I just want to kind of forget that game. Chelsea against Palace. I mean, Chelsea won the game, but yet again, it was just one of those things that, attacking wise, they're not the best.
No, they're not. Going forward, mate, they don't have much to offer. To be honest, the only threat in that game for me was the new guy, Felix. Once he went off, then there's no attacking options at all, in my opinion.
No. So, Liverpool Chelsea has always been a big game wherever you look at it. Obviously, the Benitez versus Mourinho days, the Klopp versus Tuchel days as well. How do you see this one going?
I'm going to say because we're at home, because of the home crowd, we have that advantage. I'm going to go a very nervy 2-1 win.
2-1-1.
No.
2-1-1.
No, 2-1. 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. 2-1 Liverpool. Yeah. Believe it or not, I have gone for exactly the same scoreline. I have gone 2-1 to the Reds. I think it will be nervy. I do think it will be nervy. But let's just say that game. I mean, Potter isn't giving me much confidence if I was a Chelsea fan, if I'm being honest. So this is the kind of game where I think it's a big test for Potter. It's a big test, and this is a chance to sort of kickstart our season as well. Rennie's in. I wish Noni comes to at Leicester City. Yeah, Madayuki. It's another £30 million they've spent. Hello there, Douglas and John. How do you count the points? I want to see how I did last week. Did you comment in the comment section, Travis? I'm not so sure if you did, but I will get onto other people's comments. Do not worry about that. Just because obviously we've had a game that's obviously carried over to tonight. I think Manchester City playing Tottenham this evening. I will get into the next video. I will definitely get into the next video for sure. Rennie, I'm good. How are you? Wolves might win against Manchester City. You never know. Thank you, Arsenal fan, for getting Trossard. It might be 1-1 or 0-0. That could be potential. Liverpool 3, Chelsea 2. Says Shane. That is very, very optimistic. I'll go Liverpool 2-1. And Rennie, it's his birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow, mate. Hope you have a good birthday. Hope you have a good birthday when it comes. Now, the next game, well, this is an interesting one because Bournemouth were 2-0 down against Nottingham Forest the last time and came back to win by 3-2. Now, the big news for Nottingham Forest fans, it looks like Chris Wood is signing on loan until the end of the season because Taiwo Awoniyi has apparently picked up a very serious injury. Which is very interesting, actually. Very, very interesting signing. Chris Wood, John, he goes under the radar a little bit in Newcastle, but quite clearly he's not Newcastle quality, is he?
No, he's not. The only reason we all know the real reason Newcastle signed him. It was to take him off a rival. It was to damage Lemons. They were fighting relegation last season, so they wanted to punish the rivals, and they went and took one of their best players off them. So it was smart. I like what they did. They were fucking real smart off them. But this game, if Forest can get that deal over the line and he can play, then I reckon Forest will get the win. I reckon Forest get the win 2-0.
Forest 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, Forest are playing well, to be fair. They are playing very, very well recently. I just got to be honest, though. I have a feeling Bournemouth will win this game. Maybe because it's just at the Vitality.
Yeah.
Forest's only win, was at Southampton earlier in the season. So I look at that game and I'm thinking, yeah, Bournemouth home advantage. They really need to win as well because they've kind of fallen off the pace a little bit. They've kind of they've dropped off a cliff, haven't they?
They have, mate. I don't know what's happened to Bournemouth this season because they've actually not got that bad of a squad. So I actually think with that squad they have, they should be doing a bit better than what they are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I've been saying to everyone, this season is a mad season. There's teams in that league that are way underperforming. You look at us for a start. Look at Chelsea. There's teams that are overachieving. Arsenal, Newcastle. It's a weird season this year, mate. I don't understand it. I can't get my head around it.
Yeah, I know it is very, very strange. But let's see what some of you are saying. Rennie, I've not got the hiccups. Don't worry, mate. I've not got the hiccups. Just a gasp of breath, obviously. Ravi's in. Big up the joke and the cheating bastard. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Ravi, question: is the title race over for City if they draw or lose tonight? No, not for me. I think it's all going to come down to that game at the Emirates on the 15th of February. What do you think?
I actually forget they played. They still have to play Arsenal twice, don't they?
Yeah.
No, if they draw, if they lose, it's going to be a lot more difficult for them. But a draw, I don't think a draw really hurts them that much. So I don't.
Yeah.
Especially having played Arsenal twice, I'd fancy them to get the win over Arsenal. So I would. But
yeah, I would as well.
See, City's having a weird season and all.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, Ravi, I think if Spurs lose tonight, I think Conte could be on his way. I've got a feeling. I don't see Conte lasting very much longer. There's something obviously going on at Spurs. Apparently there's no money for them to buy players as well. You know, they were in for Trossard. Now look what's happened. Arsenal have obviously snuck in to get Trossard in now. So I think it's worrying times. I think it is worrying times for Tottenham. Bournemouth might win it. I just hate Forest. I know you hate Forest. 2-0 Nottingham, says Shane. Forest 2-1, says Travis. Hello, Sport Cat. Hope you're good. My prediction was 2-1 Liverpool, Sport Cat. We've both gone 2-1 to Liverpool. It was Liverpool versus Chelsea 1-1 or 0-0. Manchester City will always win. And Sportcast says, come on, you Blues. Well, a team who we felt the wrath of last weekend go to Leicester City. Now, the big question I have now, chat, are Leicester City in a relegation battle? For me, I think they are. And I'm going to tell you what, if they keep Brendan Rodgers, I'm not sure they're going to get out of it. I know they're getting that Christensen from Copenhagen, but is that really enough? For me, they need the right winger. I think they need at least a midfielder. But Brighton, hats off to Roberto De Zerbi. I've got to say, he is playing some of the amazing football that Brighton have ever played. And the thing is as well, Brighton weren't scoring goals last time when they were under Potter, but now they are under De Zerbi. De Zerbi is very, very fast flowing. But we have to say, John, we were put to the sword by Brighton, and full credit to them.
Yeah, well, we're fully deserved to win. Fully deserved to win. I think they've made them look better than what they actually were. But so they're doing wrong. They're playing a brilliant game, but we were absolutely dog shit. We didn't show up. Did not show up whatsoever. So
no,
made them look just a wee bit better. But Leicester's in big trouble, man. Leicester's not winning this game. And I fully agree with you. I think they are in a relegation battle. And I agree. If Brendan Rodgers doesn't go, they're not staying up.
Yeah. I think so. I just have a feeling that it's going to be it's just going to be a case where if Leicester keep losing, how long do you give Brendan Rodgers? Now, if we're being honest, Walsall will fancy their chances next week against them. They will fancy their chances against Leicester in the FA Cup. Obviously, sorry to Chris and obviously Brad. I know that you guys will probably be watching this, but they're not confident. They are not confident in any way, shape, or form the way that that Leicester are playing. So for me, I just see Brighton are going to go there. They're going to play some lovely football. Mitoma, one of the, they're not even going to miss Trossard. Let's be honest. Like Mitoma is their natural replace. Is Trossard's natural replacement. Yeah. If you want to be brutally honest, he is their natural replacement. Evan Ferguson is coming through. McAllister, Caicedo, they're still there.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a long, long afternoon for Leicester City. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to go 3-0 Brighton.
3-0 Brighton.
Yeah.
Well, you aren't far off my one. I have got 5-0 Brighton. I think they're going to rip them apart. I think they're going to rip them apart. Yeah. Sorry, Rennie. I know obviously you're in the chat, but I don't have any faith in Leicester at the moment. And I just think the way that you guys are playing, I just think you guys are destined for a relegation battle. And I just feel that Brighton are warming up. They're warming up. They're getting better. And I just think, Brighton fans, I think you'll be dreaming of a European tour very, very soon, because I think you guys might get Europe. So, yeah, I am going to go for a 5-0 win to a 5-0 win to Brighton. Let's have a look what you guys are saying. Hello, Nippon. He's gone Liverpool 3, Chelsea 3. I swear if Conte gets sacked and Spurs get Liverpool. Well, that a whole team managing your club, that would be quite interesting. Tuchel, I know what you're saying. Leicester City need to win. I'm hoping. Leicester close to signing Victor Christensen. Yes, I have seen that. We're building for the future. Todd Bowley also owns another American sports team, as possibly is just buy. Yeah, there is a wee poll going in the chat, and also get those likes up as well. Get those likes up, please. I really do appreciate everyone who is tuning in. Ronaldo 1-1. I'm not sure what. Oh yeah, apparently, yeah. Is Al Nassr playing PSG? No idea why, to be honest with you. Leicester 0, Brighton 5. Yes, how Rodgers still manager of Leicester, I never know. Brighton a joy to watch. Maddison and KDH and Ricardo are back in training. That's good news, but my only question there, though, Rennie, is will Maddison be fit enough to start? That I'm not sure about. So I wouldn't hold out for anything, if I'm being honest. I can't always buy yourself a title. Yeah, Abramovich did, but not sure Bowley will. Do you think Maddison leaves? I don't think he leaves in this window. Not for me. Would you agree, John?
He has to leave. He has to. But like you say, whether this window, whether he'd be allowed to leave in this window or not, I don't know. If he was allowed to, I reckon he would leave.
Yeah, I agree. Leicester 1, Brighton 2, says Travis. Yeah, I have seen that. Noni Madueke is signed for Chelsea. Leicester 1, Brighton 4, Mr. B for Life is saying. Leicester 0, Brighton 3, says Sportcat. No mods in the chat. Ravi was in earlier. I do actually need more mods, to be honest. I do need more mods. John, don't think Douglas has many mods anyway. No, to be honest, I have not. I agree, 3-0 Brighton. I want to talk to mods in the chat in mind then. Maybe, but he will be on the bench. Trossard, great signing for Arsenal. They should break the bank for McAllister to join him. Great cover for Partey. That is very, very true. Ronaldo and Messi have both scored. Oh, there we go. Indeed. And a little bit of news is just breaking as well. Rangers and Norwich have agreed a deal to let Todd Cantwell go to Ibrox. Very interesting that. Indeed.
That's not a bad move.
That's a very good move. Very good move indeed. Next game is Southampton against Aston Villa. Southampton, what a win that was against Everton. James Ward-Prowse double. I mean, John, whenever James Ward-Prowse comes on to a free kick, you always sort of expect the net to bulge, don't you?
You do, mate. You do. I mean, he's outstanding. He's one of the best free kick takers I've ever seen in my life. He really is. He's absolutely incredible. He's not a bad player all round, but at the same time, he's not a great player. He is probably Southampton level. That's kind of his max level. But he's always dangerous with him set pieces. You know for a fact. You get him in and around the box with a free kick. 9 times out of 10, it's rip on the back of that. So it is.
Yeah.
This game, man, it's. Southampton are sitting bottom. They're level points with Everton on 15 points. Villa's 11th, 25.
Yeah.
It's going to be. I think that's too much of an ask for Villa. I mean, Southampton to beat Villa. I think Villa's too strong of a team. And with Emery, I mean, we all know how good of a coach he is. So this one, I have to go 3-1 Villa.
3-1 Villa.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Villa will win as well, but I've gone 2-1. I think it will be a very narrow win for Emery's men. The big news for if you're an Aston Villa supporter, Danny Ings has gone to West Ham. John, what do you make of that move?
I mean, he wasn't getting a game time with Villa, was he? Let's be honest, he wasn't. I don't think he was getting as much game time as he wanted. West Ham, they are in need of goals. They are needing goals. One thing Danny Ings will always give you is goals. He will guarantee you goals. That's one thing he will always give you. So it's a brilliant move. Brilliant signing for West Ham, and it's a brilliant move for Danny Ings as well. It gives him another chance just to kickstart his career again. I can't remember what age is he? Is he late 30s?
29 years, Danny Ings. Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he was young as that. There you go. He still got plenty of time left in him then. So yeah, I mean it's a good move all in. So it is. Let's hope he can go there and help West Ham out a wee bit. I don't mind West Ham, man.
Yeah. No, I think it's a very, very good move. I think it is a very, very good move for him. As well. Yeah, Sportcat, Forest signing Chris Wood on loan. Message obviously got. Feature goes to Haaland and Mbappe. Mr. B's gone Liverpool 1, Chelsea 2. I'm not sure Nunes is available, Mr. B for life, to be honest. I'd be very surprised if he starts. If I'm being honest, I'd be very surprised if he starts. Shai Havertz, and Ukrainian each for Chelsea. Ukrainian. Oh yeah, Mudryk. To be fair, he does look like H from Steps. I have seen that. 15 likes. I've just pressed the like button now. Thank you, John. Southampton 2, Aston Villa 1. Villa will beat Southampton 5-0 according to Rennie. Bournemouth 2, Forest 3, says Mr. B for life. Southampton 0, Villa 1. Without Danny Ings, of course. Villa 2, Southampton 2. And PSG have gone 2-1 in front with a goal from Marquinhos. Thank you very much for that. Right. The next game. We could potentially have a situation where we could potentially lose both managers from the same game. West Ham United against Everton. Now, if West Ham lose to Everton, David Moyes is sacked. I think that's safe to say. If Everton lose, Frank Lampard could be sacked. If it's a draw, then I have a very funny feeling this is what's going to happen. I think Lampard and Moyes both go if it's a draw. Because if they're still in the relegation zone, I can't see West Ham keeping Moyes, and I definitely can't see Everton keeping Lampard. I mean, this is one of these hard games to predict, John. But how do you see this? How do you see this one going?
I actually disagree with what you said. I definitely see Moyes getting sacked, but the Everton board have come out and give Lampard their backing. So
have they?
I actually don't see Everton sacking Frank Lampard. Even though they definitely deserve a sack, but they're sitting 19th in the league. So it's just one. Don't get wrong, they could just be saying that. They could just be saying that publicly. But behind the scenes, we all know different conversations will have been had. Because then you cannot perform that badly. This game's a real difficult one, mate.
As Everton's away form is pretty pants, to be fair.
I'm going to go with a 0-8 draw.
0-0.
No.
Do you know what? I would not be too surprised if that happens. I would not be too surprised if that happens. So you're going 0-0.
Yeah.
We will see if that keeps both managers in the job. If West Ham get Danny Ings done, signed and sealed, I think West Ham will have enough to beat Everton.
Yeah.
If they don't, I think it will be a draw. I still think that I still think West Ham could potentially get rid of Moyes, even though if he wins. I think it's one of those situations where I think West Ham are probably looking at names to replace Moyes, and I think they're just waiting for another bad result to see what will happen for me. I am going to go 1-0 to West Ham. I think West Ham will just have enough to beat Everton. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to West Ham. So let's have a look at what some of you are saying. John says, I'm always free and available. If you ever need me as a mod, the offers are always going to be there. No probs. Southampton 1, Aston Villa 1, says Sportcap. Everton 1, West Ham 1. At least one manager will be signed regardless of the result. Absolutely agree with that. Everton 1, West Ham 2. Mr. B for Life, it is at the London Stadium. It's not at Goodison. How at least one of them has not been sacked is beyond me. Yeah, I know, exactly. West Ham 1, Everton 0. Shane, going along the same wavelength as me, mate. Definitely are. Far away into predictions. We are at West Ham against Everton. So we are in the last sort of game on the Saturday 3 o'clockers. Let me just say that. Travis and God's go 1-1. If Rodgers goes, then we need Deutsch. Interesting. West Ham 2, Everton 1, says Jan. Now, the next game is Crystal Palace against Newcastle United. Crystal Palace, well done for getting a 1-1 draw with Manchester United last night. Olise, what a strike that was. Let me just say that. What a strike. Newcastle, I thought they were a little bit fortunate, has to be said, John. I thought they were a little bit fortunate against Fulham. Mitrovic, obviously, scoring with a double, basically he hits a shot with his right foot and it goes off his left, and obviously that's not allowed, and it was obviously an indirect free kick to Newcastle then. It is a 5:30 game. We all know what the Selhurst Park is like under the lights. How do you see this one going?
Mate, that was an excellent result for Crystal Palace. They didn't play that badly. I didn't think they played that badly against Chelsea, to be honest. We deserved at least a point from that game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! But then Newcastle this season, I think they've only lost one game this season, haven't they?
Yep, to us.
Yeah. So. Oh fuck. 2-0 Newcastle, mate.
2-0 Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very tricky one to call, especially because Newcastle United don't have the best of records at Selhurst Park, but I think they'll continue their way, and I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to the Geordies. I think they will win that one. Jan's gone 2-1 to West Ham, 2-1 Liverpool, 2-0 Newcastle, 2-1 Forest, West Ham 2, everyone 1 corrected, no probs. Leicester 1, Brighton 3, Southampton 1, Aston Villa 2. Billy's in, good evening, hope you're well. Palace 1, Newcastle 3. Palace 1, Newcastle 3 seems to be the most popular scoreline. Roy Rogers riding off on horse. 1-1 says Travis, interesting. 2-1 Newcastle says Billy, and Palace 1, Newcastle 2. Very, very interesting. Now we have a very interesting game. Very, very interesting game ahead of ourselves on Sunday. Leeds United against Brentford. Now, we all remember what happened in this game last time. It was, in fact, Leeds United getting that win at Brentford to stay in the Premier League, a 2-1 win. And they did batter Cardiff by 5-2 last night in the FA Cup as well. I've got to be honest, John, this looks like potentially a bit of a goal fest because Brentford are in fantastic form.
Yep.
Leeds are a bit up and down, aren't they? They're not doing too well.
Leeds are kind of hit and miss. So they are. But somehow, some way, Leeds can just turn it on their day. I mean, you just don't know what kind of Leeds are going to turn up, and that's the fun part about Leeds. I actually enjoy watching them. Oh, mate. There is going to plan. I generally see plenty of goals in this one. I see Brentford just about nicking it. I'm going to go 4-3.
4-3.
4-3 Brentford.
Wow. Wow, that would be some game. I'm not actually sure if that one's on Super Sunday or not, or unless it's Manchester City Wolves. But yeah, 4-3. I've gone for goals, but I've gone for a 2-2 draw. I have gone for a 2-2 draw. I think it'll be a very high scoring game, and I think it will be a 2-2 as well. Mr. Beathlife going for 2-1 to Newcastle. Burnett red card, Neymar penalty miss. I didn't even know this game was even on, to be honest with you. Ronaldo scores 2. The fanboys are out on Twitter. Shock. Ronaldo, brace, Messi, and Marquinhos goal. Rennie says he needs to go. Bye-bye. Have a good birthday tomorrow, mate, as well. Leeds 2, Brentford 1, says Billy. Not this time. Travis has gone 2-2. Fantastic signing, Trossard. I'm confident for Sunday. Yeah, and I'm actually going to do another poll in a wee minute as well. So keep an eye out as well. What you think? 3-3 says Reese Gaming Channel. Wow, that'd be very interesting. Leeds 2, Brentford 3. Leeds 2, Brentford 3. How you look? Leeds 1, Brentford 2. And Lucas says he is good. Yes, absolutely. No self-promoting in the chat, Jan, please. I have just seen that that comment. So obviously we will try and obviously help you, but no self-promoting. That is a big rule as well. Right, the next game is Manchester City against Wolves. Man City, John. They're not quite the same, are they, this season?
No, they're not, mate. They're not. Everyone thought at the start of the season when Haaland was banging in all them goals that Man City was just going to run away with this league. And it just hasn't happened, hasn't turned out that way for them.
No.
Haaland, I don't think Haaland scored a goal yet since the new year, has he?
Was it Leeds? Was it Leeds away scored? It was maybe Leeds away. I think he may have scored. He did score in the Carabao Cup against us as well, but I think that was just before the. That was before the New Year. I think as well.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting game, mate. After that result, the other. I don't know.
I was so disappointed in Wolves though the other night. I thought from the performance they played against West Ham, they won against West Ham, played very well in that game, and then just all of a sudden against Liverpool, I don't know what happened, but they just to basically say this now that Adama Traore has the end product of a bowling ball. Raul Jimenez is not quite the same player. Let me just say that. I'm amazed Podence didn't start the other night because I thought he was quite dangerous when he came on. I was amazed Núñez didn't start. It was very difficult to envisage Wolves putting that kind of performance in.
Yeah, yep, that was it. Especially after the last time we played them, I'll be honest, we should have actually won out. There shouldn't have been a replay. That goal that they scored, for me, that was onside. I don't understand how that was offside.
Yeah, that was never offside.
Unfortunately, some go for you, some go against you, and we had to look like green that night. This game, this could be one of those ones where you may get a shock. I'm actually going to go with 2-1 Wolves win.
Wow, 2-1 Wolves.
I'm going to go 2-1 Wolves. I think there's going to be a shock in this game.
Wow. Yeah, my face was a picture there, chat. I was not expecting that. I've gone 2-0 City. I think City will win. And as you said, Haaland hasn't scored since that game against Liverpool. I don't think he scored this year yet, actually, if I'm being totally honest.
I don't think he scored since the new year.
No, I don't think he has. So I think City will win 2-0, but it will not be an easy game at all. Lucas saying he's good. Shane's saying 2-1 Brentford. Reese predictions always comes in. I'm not sure that is actually Reese Russell. I think it is Reese Gaming Channel. Two completely different names as well. City 4, Wolves 1, says Billy. Haaland will be angry, hat-trick incoming. I could see that potentially. I could see that. Jan slapped the wrist. City 3, Wolves 0. Varchester City 2, Wolves 0. City 2-1-1 Wolves. I think that's maybe City 2 Wolves 1. I think it is meant to be that. Manchester City 2 Wolves 1. Just Hannah's in. Good evening, Hannah. Hope you're good. Wolves' chance was at Anfield, and the replays, the better teams generally always come through. That is very, very true. Yes, Neto is still at Wolves. The problem is he's injured again. He actually got injured just before the World Cup started, and yeah, he almost made the World Cup. But had it not been for that injury, he would have made it. Reese has that prediction 2-1, 2-1 plus 1, so 2-2. I know. I was just thinking that, Billy. I was just thinking that. Yes, Neto is injured. Wolves City 2, Wolves 0. Haaland will definitely win tonight. Yeah, definitely. Bogey team Tottenham to show up today. I'm not too sure, to be honest.
I don't see it.
I think Spurs will. I think Spurs will get a bit of a hiding, if I'm being honest, as well. Now, the next game is obviously Arsenal against Manchester United, one of the biggest games of the weekend so far. So I'm going to actually ask a question, because what happened last night, basically Casemiro, he got himself booked. So I'm asking the chat, will Casemiro missing be pivotal for United chances at Arsenal?
I think it will be.
I am, to be honest, I'm amazed he started yesterday. I was absolutely amazed that he started yesterday. I could not believe how he started that game yesterday. I was very, very shocked. And you just look at this game as well, and the thing is, like, yes, Manchester United should have had a penalty. I've got to say this now. Manchester United should have had a penalty. It would help if I actually got the actual banner on. But Manchester United in that second half reminded me of Rangnick's Manchester United. Slow, lethargic, just didn't create enough. And the more it gets to 1-0, the more it stays 1-0, I should say, it always feels like it's going to be a sucker punch. And look what happened. Elise obviously scored that absolutely beautiful free kick as well. But I mean, you're damned if you're damned, or you know, Ten Hag. Do you think he made a mistake starting Casemiro?
He did in a way, but I can kind of understand where he was coming from. So, everything. If you look at the ring in hindsight, you can easily turn and say, "Oh, it's a mistake." But it could have went the other way last night. He could have come on and done absolutely outstanding and been the reason why Man United won the game.
Yeah,
you're completely right, mate. They were slow. They looked as if they had no energy in that team at all last night, and they were punished. So it was simple as that. There's few chances that they could have put away and it didn't. It's if you don't take your chances, you're not going to win the game. And to me, I think this Arsenal team is just. I think Arsenal's just way too strong for them at this moment in time. I generally think they're too strong at this moment in time. I think Man United could actually go into a wee downward spell here. So I think, and I genuinely believe they may go into a wee downward spell. They haven't had a bad patch all season, really. The majority of teams always hit that wee bad patch, and this could be the start of theirs. I see this going 3-1 to Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal. That was the scoreline last season. In particular. I think it'll be a tighter game than many people think. I do think Casemiro is a big miss. I think he is a big miss. But as I said, and I know Billy has said he doesn't think it was a penalty, but for me, I think if you look at it again, I think Glenn Murray was spot on last night. There was one angle where you could actually see it, and I don't think he gets any of the ball. So some you win, some you lose. And for me, I did think that was a Stonewall penalty. But we have to talk about Arsenal because they are getting Leandro Trossard. They are getting Leandro Trossard. John, a lot of people have actually said on social media that this isn't a very, very good move. Now, if I'm being honest, I disagree with them completely. I think this is an outstanding piece of business because
100%.
look at Mudryk, right? £88 million. £88 million, right? Trossard, 27 million. Premier League proven. Been at Brighton for a couple of years. Yes, I know he's not prolific, but can play across the front of the front three. So it's basically cover for Nketiah, it's cover for Saka, and it's cover for Martinelli. Now I know that Trossard likes to play on the sort of the left-hand side, usually, but this makes a complete sense, doesn't it?
For me, it does. It's perfect sense. I think what it was, they looked at that deal. I can't even pronounce the guy's name, so I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name. The guy that Chelsea just signed. They looked at that and maybe that's when their heads have turned. They went, do we really want to pay all this money for someone that's not proven? And then that's when they turned their attention to Trossard and realised, well, why not take a punt on him? He is proven. He is a quality player. There's no doubt about it. So, I think it's outstanding sign for Arsenal. It's just what they need. At that kind of price, you can't really complain, can you?
No, absolutely not. If I'm being honest, if obviously the deal gets done this evening, which I think it probably will, I do think that just having Trossard in there will be very, very pivotal. As well, he did score against Manchester United for Brighton last season in a 4-0 victory as well. And I am getting questions of what my prediction is. I think Arsenal will win this game. I'm going to go 2-1 to the Gunners. I just think this moment in time, this Arsenal side are very difficult to stop. Very, very difficult to stop. The only other thing, though, Manchester United are the only side Arsenal have lost to this season in the Premier League. So I just feel that things will happen. And I'm going to give this a bit of a shout now. I have a feeling Xhaka is scoring a goal on Sunday because he has a pretty good record against Manchester United, and he seems to score some absolute bangers. Scored one last season. I think he scored the previous season as well. United don't have a great record at the Emirates. It has to be said that.
Yeah.
But I do feel that Arsenal will win this one. They may go behind, and then they may potentially, come back and win. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal, but it is not an easy game to predict by any stretch of the imagination. Let me just say that. Let's have a look what you guys are saying, because there has been a load of comments. I'm still crying over that beautiful Brazilian being banned. Some you, as I said, some you win, some you lose. Billy. 4-2 to the Arsenal, says must be for life. Billy's going 2-2 Arsenal Manchester United. I think he would take a draw, to be honest. I think he would take a draw. I suppose it kind of all depends on what the result is tonight. Because say he could easily drop points against Spurs. It is their bogey side. I don't think. Oh, Billy says I don't think that was a penalty, and I'm a United fan. Not enough contact. Interesting. Not a problem. Don't worry, John. Not a problem. Reese Gaming Channel says, "Oh my God, what a free kick!" Arsenal 3, Manchester United 3 was a nailed-on pen for United. I agree. I do agree. I think it was a pen. But it hurts me to say Arsenal 2, Manchester United 1, says Reese Gaming Channel. Jan says 3-2 Arsenal, and then he says, "Come on, you Gunners." Arsenal 2-1. United's fixtures have made them look better than they are. Lacey is a class player, no disrespect to Palace, but deserves to be at a bigger team. That I agree with, definitely. Definitely agree with that.
I'd have him at Liverpool. I would have him at Liverpool. So what?
Oh, me too. Me too. Look, I have said 2-1 to Arsenal. I've said 2-1 Arsenal, and as look, has obviously said 2-1 Arsenal. Trossard scored against Liverpool, of course. Yes, yeah, he didn't get any of the ball. Defo pen. What penalty? It was a definite penalty. If you look at it again, there isn't a touch on the ball from Richards. He's very, very lucky. He is very, very lucky. Trossard will score if he plays against United. I think so. Trossard already signed deal leave. I think it has to be signed by 12 o'clock tomorrow to be involved. So I do think that United versus Palace was a pen for United. Yes, it's a fantastic signing. Why is our fan base saying it is not a good signing to me? It is a good signing. Which one, Mr. B? Trust are a good signing. 9 wins, 1 draw. And people going on about United only beating East teams who've taken points from the others in the top 10. Okay, yeah. To be fair, Man United have been on a good run. They have been on a good run, has to be said. Richards on McTominay. Arsenal 2-1. I think we win because signing gives us confidence boost. Anthony's in. Big up, Douglas. I'm not happy with the signing of Trossard. We should have went for someone else in a different position. What he has over Mudryk, Anthony, he's Premier League proven. He is Premier League proven. So, for me, I think it's a very good signing. I think it's a very, very good signing. And for 27 million as well, that's a bargain. That is an absolute bargain.
You cannot complain that kind of price. You really can't.
No, definitely not. And look, he is a great signing. Being 20, he is in his prime. He turned 20 on the 4th of December. So he's got a wee bit to go until he's obviously 29. But I think this is a very, very good signing. Trossard, we need 2 more signings until I start being positive. Why not being positive? You guys are 8 points clear at the top of the table. 4-2 Arsenal. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 2. VAR to balls the game up twice in 1 week. I like Trossard. He also has good games against United. He also has good games against Liverpool. Trossard, he certainly does. But yeah, John, do you think Brighton will miss Trossard? Because let's be honest, Koro Mitoma has been fabulous for Brighton.
Yes. I don't see him being a big miss, really.
No.
He didn't play against us. Sure, he didn't. He didn't play that much against us.
No.
Brighton didn't miss him at all, did they?
Yeah. No, I don't think they will. I don't think they will miss him. Anyway, there is a Monday night game. And it is Fulham against Tottenham. I mean, what do you have to say, John? Fulham are one of the surprise packages this season.
They are, mate. Fulham, mate. I love watching Fulham this season, so I do. Really love watching Fulham. But not against Liverpool. I didn't love that one very much.
Obviously.
Any other time, I don't mind watching Fulham. And mate, Spurs are doing a Spursy.
Yeah.
They always do it, mate. Every single year they do. They've got a world-class manager in Conte, and they still can't get it right. What are they playing at? Seriously, they got to be the most baffling team in the league. I just don't understand them at all. I really don't, mate. Honestly, the Mourinho, again, one of the best managers in the world. Conte, one of the best managers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Pochettino was doing an outstanding job at Tottenham. They sacked him. Like, what are you actually doing? What is it that you want? What's it going to take for Daniel Levy to actually open the checkbook and start spending a wee bit of cash? Because if he's not going to do it for a world-class manager like Conte, then he's never going to do it.
No.
So if he leaves, then I'm sorry, but Tottenham are not getting another big manager. They're going to have to go after like Brendan Rodgers or someone. That is the kind of manager they're going to have to go after. And I'd be lying. I'd be lying if I say I wasn't enjoying it, because I'm enjoying every single moment of it. Every single moment. I hate Spurs with passion.
And let's just say now that whoever thought Hugo Lloris was in the top 5 goalkeepers in the Premier League should watch that game against Arsenal. He was shocking.
Absolutely deluded. Absolutely deluded. I don't understand how anybody can think he's a top 5 goalkeeper. He's dreadful. He literally
awful.
I would go as far as say Pickford's probably a better goalkeeper than him. And Pickford's fucking shit.
I can actually see Pickford at Spurs next season.
Mate, I would not be surprised. Would not be surprised at all. And that would actually be a real good move for Pickford. But let's be honest, he is, as much as I hate him, he is a good goalkeeper. He's just playing in a shit team. So you put him in a team with a better defense around him. I mean, he'd do all right. He won't do a good fucking job for Lemons. But this game's going to be hilarious, mate. Absolutely hilarious. I actually think you're right. I can't think it walk before this game. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 Fulham win.
2-0 Fulham.
2-0 Fulham.
Yeah, I've gone 2-1, but I'm actually now thinking whether I should change it because Spurs defensively are just an absolute joke right now. Yeah. And especially when you've got Mitrovic on fire, Williams even gone in with the goals. Carlos Vinicius is even coming in with the goals as well.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things, isn't it? It's one of those things for Tottenham to really, really struggle. And you know what? I think if they get heavily beaten tonight, I think you'll see the next morning that Conte's gone. I honestly cannot see him staying, especially with Daniel Levy letting him down time after time after time.
Now, what do you have to do to get a bit of cash? He's been begging for money for God knows how long now.
Yeah.
And Levy is doing nothing whatsoever to help him.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. And then obviously the next weekend, you've obviously got the FA Cup, and will Conte be at Preston? That's another thing.
No. I see Spurs going out against Preston.
Yeah, I think so. 5 tonight, because will smash Spurs. Fulham 1, Spurs 0, says Reece Gaming Channel. Arsenal 1, Manchester United 1. So Sportcat, Fulham 2, Spurs 1. Fulham 2, Spurs 2. Fulham 2, Spurs 2. I think Conte will walk at the end of the season. End of the season, Reece. Interesting. I think it'll be very soon. I think it'll be very, very soon. Now Billy says my heart says 2-1 Fulham, so Conte walks, but my head says Spurs will do what they did to Palace and will be 3 or 4-1 Spurs. That could potentially happen. That could potentially happen. Hello, Jordan Hyman, LFC. 2-0 Arsenal. He's going against Manchester United. 1-1 Fulham Spuds. Doris has always been overrated. Yeah, he has to be fair. Ooh, that's a bit far on Pickford. What? Him going to Spurs? Could be. Spurs of Forster, he should be playing. Yes, I suppose you could say that. Dinosaur arms to Spuds. 1-1. I don't think Conte will be in charge. Spurs will pull something out tonight. I reckon we'll be 2-2 tonight. I wouldn't be too surprised if they do. I would not be too surprised if they do. So, guys, that does take care of match week 21. Now, obviously, just for people, because there are the fixtures going across the bottom of your screen. If you want to leave your predictions in the comment section and join along with me and John, then please feel free to do that. So I will go through our predictions. So Liverpool, Chelsea, we have both gone 2-1 to the Reds, so we're keeping faith with our team. I have gone 2-1 Bournemouth against Nottingham Forest. John has gone 2-0 Forest. So John expecting Forest to get their second away win of the season. Leicester City, Brighton. Look away, Leicester fans. I've gone 5-0 to Brighton, and John has gone 3-0 to Brighton. Southampton against Aston Villa. I've gone 2-1 to Villa. John has gone 3-1 Villa. West Ham, Everton. This is a very tricky game to call, but I've gone 1-0 West Ham if Danny Ings signs on time. That's the thing as well.
Sorry,
John has gone 0-0.
What did I go against Villa?
Sorry?
What did I go against Villa again?
3-1 Villa.
3-1 Villa.
Yeah, 3-1 Villa. I've got 1-0 West Ham. You've gone 0-0. Palace, Newcastle. I've gone 1-0 Newcastle. You have gone 2-0 Newcastle. Leeds, Brentford. I've gone for a 2-2 draw. John has gone for a 4-3 win to Brentford. That could easily happen. And then Man City, Wolves. I've gone 2-0 City. John has gone 2-1 Wolves, which is very, very interesting. Arsenal, Manchester United. I've gone 2-1 to Arsenal. John has gone 3-1 to Arsenal, so the same scoreline as last season. For Fulham, Tottenham, I have gone 2-1 to the Cottagers, and John has gone 2-0 to the Cottagers. So let me just say that. Could we see 3 managers go this week? It is possible. So who are we saying? Moyes, Lampard, Rodgers. Who else? Conte. Conte has to be involved in that. I don't think Potter will go because obviously Chelsea are now building, and obviously Todd Bowley does seem to like Potter. Is there anyone else Is there anyone else who's under pressure? O'Neill, maybe Gary O'Neill.
Slightly.
I can't think of anybody else.
I
cannot think of anybody else. Fulham 0, Spurs 2. Yep, I have seen that. Yep. Liverpool, Chelsea 3-0 Liverpool. Wow, Billy. Wow. 2-0 Forest. I'm with John on that. Leicester 1, Brighton 1. 2-1 Villa. 2-0 West Ham. In case there's confusion about Liverpool 3, Chelsea 0. Yeah, not a problem as well. Now I will stop that poll. 85% say that Casemiro missing will be pivotal for Manchester United on Sunday. 15% say no. Very, very interesting, has to be said. Marsh is the only other manager on the hot seat. That's right, Jesse Marsh. That is very, very true. Although, actually, I'm not so sure, because if you actually see him in his press conference yesterday, he was not happy. He was not happy. I think he potentially swore, like good old Americans do. Todd Bowley has basically bought Football Manager 23 and Googled Wonder Kids and then gone and bought them, but in real life, that is very true. Marsh is the only other manager on the hot seat. Marsh is safe. And hello, Rich. Hope you are well, my friend. John, thank you very much for coming on. I really do appreciate you coming on. Just tell the people where they can find you.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me on, Doug. It really is an absolute pleasure being on your show. We have people, you can find me Glasgow Red TV on YouTube, and you can find me Glasgow Red TV on Twitter also. So if you haven't already, please do over and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Please do.
I'm sure they will. As well. Another bit of news for Manchester United fans. Manchester United have completed an agreement to send Shola Shoretire to Bolton on loan. So that's another bit of news that's just reaching.
A lot of news breaking today, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a busy day. It's a busy day. Billy says, thanks, guys. He's important, but Ten Hag will have a plan. And Mr. B for life, Bournemouth might get Deitch if O'Neill goes. Use Fred Eriksson and Bruno. Yes, absolutely indeed. But thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to John, even though he is a cheating Northern Irish bastard.
Fucking cheating, fucking Scottish bastard.
And thank you to everyone in the chat. Do leave your predictions down in the comments if you do want to join in with us. That would be very, very good. And yeah, we shall see what happens this evening. Obviously, Manchester City play Tottenham in about an hour's time. And yeah, we'll see what happens at the weekend. Liverpool, Chelsea, West Ham, Everton, El Sakiko, that game. Arsenal, Manchester United, and Fulham, Tottenham. This managerial malarkey is easy, right? Good night.